Oh, hello again, my beautiful thinking people. This might be my last insert before arrival, and that's if I actually do arrive. It has been grueling, but let me get this out right away first. On the way here, oh shoot. There we go. On the way here, I passed at least 5 burnt out ice vehicles on the side of the road. Burnt up ice vehicles, gasoline vehicles. And I saw at least 7 or 8 broken down in this cold. And I mean it's cold. I was worried about the temperature today as to whether or not I'd be able to make it here from Athabasca. And I can tell you right now, I had my heat off the entire way almost, and I feel like a popsicle. You can see I got my earmuffs on still. I took off my gloves to be able to do this. I'm putting on the heat now because it says I have 13 kilometers to go with 34 available. I don't believe that for a minute, because as soon as the temperature dips a little bit more, it'll be less likely that I can make that distance with that much leeway. Yeah, so I believe I'm gonna make it. Actually, you know what? I'm turning off the heat right now because I don't know how much that's going to kill. And at least if I make it there, I can plug in and let this thing trickle. Oh, another great thing. They said there's a level 2 charger on one airport road. I turn on airport road. There's all kinds of big facilities on the other side of the road. It says it's on the right side. On the right side, there's nothing but field, bush. And then when you turn the corner at the first available street up the side of that little lift, there's nothing there on the right side again. So these people that have these level 2 chargers, they seriously need to notify these apps when they remove these chargers, so that people are not traveling to them with like a trickle left in their battery, only to find out that there is no charger. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me that somebody's not on top of this a little bit more. Anyways, it looks like I just might make it. I got 11 kilometers to go. I'm on a downhill stretch right now. Let me show on here. So I got a little bit of a downhill stretch. So 11 kilometers to go, 32 in the tank. And wow, it is cold. It is cold. Fort MacMurray. Seriously, turn on your heat. What's going on? You guys produce all the oil all over the world, and you don't have enough to heat your own city. Come on. Let's do something here. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the stupid camera, and yet okay. Now that's not a dirty camera because I know I cleaned it, so I think there we go. I think it was just frozen. I think it was just frozen. Anyway, I don't mind sitting behind this slow truck, because that means I'm using up less electrons to cover the same distance. Yeah, the countdown is on. It's 10 kilometers to roll. 10 kilometers to go. Anyway, it was a very, very eventful situation. I spent the night, of course, as you saw, in Athabasca, hooked up to the only charger between Vegreville or Edmonton and Fort MacMurray. The only charger on any app that I checked. There were no chargers anywhere. And the one at Athabasca doesn't quite give you enough range to get where you're going if you want to drive just normal. Like, if I just had the heat on or whatever, I'd be back there with those other stranded vehicles, broken down or whatever you want to call them. I do have CAA, so at least I can get them to tow me. I would have got them to tow me up to Adams and then just plug in there. But would have been a cold wait for their flatbed to get to me, and a cold trip back. My lord. if you took all the adventure and drama, and I don't mean drama in a bad way, I just mean, the suspense, thriller, mystery, murder type stuff out of my life, there'd be really nothing left to talk about. My life is full of this kind of adventure and adversity, and my life is full of this kind of adventure and adversity and complications, and the more I get over top of them, the less I get stressed on each one, and the more I get capable of dealing with the next one to come. So really, it is kind of nerve-wracking while you're going through it, but it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. I still don't know if I should turn on my heat. 8.5 kilometers to go, and it would be a shame if turning on the heat left me like a block away. But hey, look, I don't put it past the Clyde Phillips Sr. life to have something like that occur. Like, if it can occur when you've got one of your great friends who's passed away,
right to stay on Memorial Drive,
and you're flying down the highways to get there for the funeral, and because you're flying down the highway on your motorcycle with your suit in a bag on the back, you run out of fuel about 500 meters from the en route gas station. 500 meters. And that's not an exaggeration, that's not a joke. But by the same token, the night before, when I was going to leave, something interfered with my plan of leaving, and sure enough, the highway, which I would have been on at the time, had I think 125 car pileup. Transport trucks were just smashing through the back of the pileup, and it was horrid. But I was not in it because, for whatever reason, my higher power stopped me from going at that time of night. And then the next day, I couldn't help but think something must have been about to happen for me to get thwarted and unable to get there on time. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So it looks like I'm going to make it. That was autopilot, by the way. It was like, where's the lines? Where am I supposed to be? What should I be over here? Oh no, there's a little bit of a line. Oh, let me shoot back over there. That's all being corrected by the new version, but hey, got to deal with it until you don't. What is going on here? Why did the GPS tell me that? I've never gotten off this early, or have I? Okay, no, yes I have. Wow, it's been that long since I've been up here to visit my boys. And my boy's woman, my boy's girl, my boy's wifey now. Anyways, so I'm just about here. I'm gonna make it. I'm turning on the heat now, and I'm blasting it. Wow, cold. I am a popsicle, guys. I am a popsicle. So I told you about the vehicles burnt out. I told you about the vehicles broken down. I told you about my dilemma. I told you about me not finding the charging station that they say was there, which I was going to use on the way out just to top up to make sure that I make it back to Athabasca. And again, I'll be praying that when I get there, that the thing is available and the electricity is turned on, and it's not been smashed, bashed, or anything else. Because if so, I'm stranded. I'd have to use my CAA Tows, and I don't mean toes that grow on the bottom of your feet. I'm talking about toes of the vehicle. I'd wanted to get back to Edmonton or something. Anyway, folks, wow. Let me see. Maybe I'll run out of space on the phone for this, but I'd love you to see this lovely little area I'm going to be going through in order to get to my Peepo. And I'm hoping at the top of this hill that there's a Petro-Canada that has a car wash, because I'm going to need one for sure. This is a place where I usually get to see a whole lot of deer and little animals, you know, but not today. Wow. Oh yeah, and I got to remember, this place has tons of speed cameras, red light cameras, fart cameras, burp cameras. Like, you're not allowed to do anything anymore in most of this country because you are under surveillance. And you will get a thing in the mail that says, you were naughty. And because you were naughty, we're going to take like a week's pay from you. Just so you won't do it again. Yeah, okay. Oh, such is our new life now, folks. Look at this. It says I have 22 kilometers left to go, and my heat is just now warmed up enough to start blasting. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. Oh, man. I'm thawing out. Welcome home, eh? It should say, you survived the trip home. You made it. You're the bomb. Oh, my feet are thawing out. Oh, I can feel it. It's coming from everywhere. Oof. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, now, of course, give me another red light. Let's use up a little bit more of that juice. Okay. No car wash on there. And no car wash on the Petro-Canada either. Okay, that's a bust. Can you see up there on that pole, guys? Right in the middle of the second from the left red light. Big camera looking right at us like, hey, I'm watching you guys. Don't you ever think of doing anything out of the ordinary, because I will nail you to the wall. And then there's one on the other pole to the right of that. And another, and another, and another. Surveillance state, nanny state, we are here. Tintin hotspot. Hot pot, Oh, this feels so good. The heat feels so good. And the numbers are going down. 19K left on the clock. Okay, so, speed red light camera. Look at that, eh? They're doubling them up now, right? So if you see that the light's going to turn red and you speed up to get through it, you get a speeding ticket. Nothing better, guys, than a nanny state. Nothing better in the world. Well, I'm staying right on the button. Not giving me any tickets. Yeah, and I'm still dead tired. I'm exhausted. This is life in the fast lane. No, don't get too upset. I'm not going to be filming all the way to the last drop, but I will bring you along as far as I can, and then I will cut the feed, folks. I will cut the feed because my family lives there, and with some of the stuff that I put out there in my videos, I don't want anybody taking it out on my family. Hear me? Yeah, you got me. Just in case I don't get to tell you, I never gave up, I never gave in, and success is at hand. And I've always kept an open mind, did my research, found my little niche areas to get through, to get where I needed to go, and I will be arriving shortly. Holy. And you know what, folks, I do wish you all safety, health, and happiness. I am enjoying all of those.
In 300 meters, turn right onto Dickens Drive.
I'll be cutting that out. Anyways, folks, take care. I love you all, and we shall chat soon.
Now turn right onto Dickens Drive.
Cutting that out.
In 200 meters, turn right onto Lee Crescent. Then your destination will be on the right.
Cutting that out for sure. Cut it out.